Made in the USA. Season 5 of Made in USA New Balance is upon us. And from the first pictures we saw, this season did look very promising, especially if you were a fan of the 990 V4. We got two shoes to talk about in this video from the Made in USA line, and they look very good. In this video, I'll be reviewing the 990 V4 in the Macadamia Nut and the Arctic Gray colorways. So both these shoes released on March the 28th for a retail price of $210 US or 240 euros. It did drop on the New Balance website as well as several other retailers, and they completely sold out. On the New Balance USA website right now, there are no sizes available at all in either colorway. There are a few sizes available on some European websites, and I have gathered a few links and left them in the description of this video just in case those of you who are in the US and trying to cop them. Most of these sites do ship to the US as well. So whatever I could find, I left links in the description. These are not affiliate links or anything. I'm just trying to help you guys out. But if your size is sold out, I will leave a StockX link in the description. That one is an affiliate link. If you do buy these from StockX using that link, then that is one way of supporting the channel. Now, I know that these are some very nice colorways, but this did come as a big surprise to me. I was not expecting these to sell out instantly, mainly because 990 models don't really sell out that much anymore. I know recently the 991 V2s did sell out, but prior to that, when was the last time we had Made in USA pairs immediately selling out? And with the high retail price on these, and especially because people nowadays are just not spending as much on sneakers as they used to, I just wasn't expecting these to sell out. So that is testament to just how much people really like these colorways. And I think one thing is quite clear with both of these, there is definitely an outdoors influence with both of these shoes. Now, I will start off with the pair that I thought would be my favorite of the two. However, after receiving these both in hand, I can't really make up my mind, but let's start off with the Arctic Gray colorway. Now, I think this colorway is so good. In fact, if you had told me this was some kind of collab, would have 1000% believed you. In fact, I think it actually looks very much like a Jound collab. If you remember that Paris Midnight colorway, I believe it was called, the V4s that dropped a few years ago, these are kind of similar, except that I think these are actually a better looking pair. The suede has a bluish gray color, which is called Arctic Gray. However, it looks a lot more blue to me, and they have used a very nice soft suede here. But when I compare these Made in USA pairs to the Made in UK 991 V2s, the suede on those pairs just feels way softer than any of these Made in USA ones. Not to say that the suede is bad, this is very good as well, just not as good as the Made in UK pairs. Love the blacked out end logo on this pair. That's what's really giving me those Jound vibes. There is a bit of contrast with the blue panels on the heel. It seems like it's done in a lighter shade of blue, but most of the contrasting elements you'll see on the mesh panels, which are done in a gray color, that nice gray that we just love seeing on 990s. And also what really makes this pack of sneakers stand out is the midsole. They've used a black midsole here, which is not something we see enough on New Balance models. And the black midsole on this Arctic Gray pair, I think looks perfect. It contrasts so nicely with the blue and gray. And what's super interesting about this pair, of course, are the laces. You'll notice we get these hiking style laces on this one, which are done in Arctic Gray color. So the combination of the hiking laces as well as this darker midsole, that's where I feel like this sneaker really got that outdoor inspiration. If you're going to be wearing this shoe for trail running, for example, which I know you're not going to, but in case you were, then that darker midsole would definitely help make the shoe not look as dirty as having a lighter color midsole. And in case you don't like the blue hiking style laces, they also come with these regular black flat laces, which actually I have to say looks super hard on this pair because the contrast with the blue just looks really fire. It looks even more like a Jound shoe now. We'll get into sizing and comfort later on in the video, but now let's move on to the other pair, which is the Macadamia Nut colorway. This one, I have to say, guys, the pictures do not do it justice. This pair looks really clean in hand. You got this beautiful all over cream upper, and then these leather panels which you see on the toe box, they're done in a much lighter off-white color, so there is actually a bit of contrast there. And the end logo on this pair is done in a forest green color surrounded by a black outline. The laces provided with this pair, I think, are perfect. You get these contrasting forest green laces, of course, matching perfectly with the end logo, and I just think it works so well on this cream color. In fact, I like the hiking laces a lot more on this colorway as opposed to the Arctic Gray. The contrast just adds a lot to the shoe, but of course, if you don't want to wear those laces, these pairs also come with these regular cream flat style laces, which give the shoe much more of a cleaner look if that's what you're going for. But I think you gotta go with those hiking laces if you're gonna rock this pair. Once again, you get a black colored midsole on this pair to keep with that hiking theme. And typically black and cream, not really colors that I think contrast really well, but it works ridiculously well on this pair. We actually recently saw Shohei Ohtani, the poster boy of New Balance, rocking this pair, looking very fly pre-game. Luckily, his translator didn't get his hands on those. And moving on to sizing on both of these pairs, so with 990 V4s, true to size to me fits perfect. And that's the same size I go in basically all of my 990 series shoes, including the V3s, the V5s, the V6s, and the 991 V2s, the 992s as well. I do suggest you guys going with your normal New Balance size here, because I know most of you, for some reason, prefer to go a half size down. I don't get it. You guys make me feel like I have some abnormal feet, but I do hear in the comments that most of you do like to go a half down, so if that's the case, then it will fit the same in the 990 V4. I'm gonna stick with my true size. That's what I've always been rocking when it comes to New Balance. You guys have been asking for more styling content, so here it is. I'll try to do a fit with most of my reviews going forward. So with this one, man, I just tried to match the colors on the shoe. Wore a green top with these white pants from Uniqlo, and man, the shoes just pop with this outfit. So this is just how I would choose to wear these shoes. And with the Arctic gray, so as soon as I saw this pair, I thought, you know what, this is gonna look perfect with an all black outfit. And that's what I chose to go with here. So I am just wearing a black bomber jacket and a black parachute pants that I recently picked up from Uniqlo. And the shoes, I think, go really well with this. It adds a nice pop of color to the outfit. I think even if you had a blue jacket, it would go great with this, but I don't have one of those, unfortunately, so I did choose to just go with an all black fit. I hope you guys managed to get these pairs for retail and don't have to pay resale on them. But I couldn't help but notice that recently a lot of New Balance pairs are selling out. I love where we are right now in the sneaker game. I feel like it is really a buyer's market. So when a pair drops that just looks really good, if you've circled the release date on your calendar, you shouldn't have too much problem getting it for the regular retail price. Hope you guys found this video useful. Let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think about both of these pairs? Personally, big fans of Season 5 Made in USA. And please make sure you follow me on Instagram. That's where I'm the most active. I'm dropping tons of Instagram stories every day, and I respond to every one of you who DM me, so make sure you follow me. Check out my bi-weekly podcast as well, the Kickback Pod. All of the links can be found in the description. And with that being said, thank you once again for stopping by and for supporting my channel. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.